stole you.
So, I want to call your attention to the dialogue that's on the screen right now, because that's very strange. Because shortly after my very first playthrough of Skyrim, I discovered there was a weird meme going around about being shot in the knee with an arrow. And apparently people are like, oh my god, it's all I hear is being shot in the knee, and I'm like, really? Now, my memory's a little vague, but I'm pretty sure I heard that dialogue maybe once in, like, the entire playthrough that I did of Skyrim. And that was like an 80% playthrough. It might even be a 90% playthrough. I did basically everything. Only heard that dialogue once. Yeah, I know it was a bug. It amused me, though, because what I heard was this line of dialogue. This is the one that I heard over and over and over. Let me guess, someone stole your sweet roll. Let me guess, someone stole your sweet roll. Over and freaking over. So I always found it funny, just the different tales of Skyrim bugginess. Before we really begin, I may have to shut off the stream to diagnose my internet connection later. I currently have an escalated ticket to deal with this whole thing. It's been a pain in my arse for about 2 days now. And, yeah, that's... So, basically, if they call, there's a pretty good chance that I will have to shut off the stream because I will have to go offline in order to properly diagnose this. So I just want you guys to be aware of that. FYI. Ooh. Excellent carbon. Muffin? Oh.
Sweet roll.
Go to hell. No, you guys are cool. Let's do for this. We don't need to be super fast for what we're about to do. Oh, we do need to go the right way.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only.
Oh.
Let's see here. There's a new museum opening up in Dawnstar.
Really?
The owner is asking me to hand out invitations to travelers.
Well, I'm sure Mythic Dagon is a cool guy.
Moving up in the world, eh? Looks like that's it. Got to go.
We have talked about the needs, although we'll talk about the Atmorans specifically in this one, when we do the companion quest specifically. There we go. What's this letter from the Jarl? You want me to become Thane, huh? Right. That doesn't sound like a trap. What's this other letter? About a museum pamphlet? No, for God's sakes, choose the... hello? There we go. Oh my god! I hate this interface and everything about it. Okay. No, Carbon. The Needs and the Nords are the same people, obviously. Exact same. In fact, Needs is literally just a different word for Nords. Oh, I guess that's the reverse of that, isn't it? A history of the cult that toppled the Septim Dynasty, the Museum of the Mythic Dawn. Wow! That sounds like a 10,000 pounds of not my frickin' problem. Sky UI would not install. God, I feel like I've said that 30 times in the last 2 days. Sky UI will not work. I've tried to get it working about 8 times. It has never worked. I have it installed. I even have it enabled right now.
They can't hurt Uncle Rogvir. Tell them he didn't do it.
You there.
The Dawnguard is looking for anyone willing to fight against
What
the
the?
growing
You just
vampire
gonna
menace.
recruit me here?
What do you say?
Sign me up.
Ha!
That's
Ezra's
nice.
going to
That's
like
nice.
you.
You should
Go
tell
talk
her
to
that
him
her
at
uncle
Fort
is scum that
Dawnguard.
betrayed his
Southeast
high
of
king.
Riften.
Best
He'll
she
decide
know
if you're
now,
Dawnguard
Ethel.
material.
You're all heart, Vivian.
Rogver, you helped Ulfric Stormcloak escape the city after he murdered High King Torrig. By opening that gate for Ulfric, you betrayed the people of Solitude.
He doesn't deserve to speak!
There was no murder. Ulfric challenged Torrig. He beat the High King in fair combat. Such is our way. Such is the ancient custom of Skyrim and all Nords.
Boo!
On this day, I go to Sovngarde.
Some gate guard you were!
You can interfere with that. I just don't care. Anyways, so
Feel free to make requests.
hi
I
Skytrax.
think I expected more.
Hey, Mercer Frey. That would actually make a lot of sense, one. It would also kind of explain why even the best have only been able to basically repurpose or recreate, basically scavenge and salvage Dwemer tech to to make new stuff out of it, but not make new Dwemer tech. Yeah, you can interfere with that. Even Sothasil was like the closest one to actually figuring that whole thing out. If you remember, he was building new stuff. Yeah, anyways. Okay. Where's the inn? Is this the inn? This looks like the inn. That's not the inn.
Busy at the moment. I've got all sorts of
Is
errands.
this the inn?
Spare a bite? New in town, right?
Let's see. I love the lack of music, by the way.
If you want anything.
This one's a
I
favorite
got a
of
clean
mine.
mug around here
A
somewhere.
legend we all know and love.
Shut up, Lizette.
You look like someone who can hold their liquor.
Hello, Sam
How about a
Guavine.
friendly contest to win a staff? If you're looking for a challenge, you've come to the right place.
Really? A drinking contest? You don't stand a chance.
Ha! We'll see about that. This is a special brew. Very strong stuff.
Really?
Let's get started.
All right. Gulp, 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 gulp.
I'll start round one. Down the hatch.
Okay. Gulp, gulp, gulp.
It's an end to the evil of all Skyrim's foes.
Your turn.
Beware, beware the
One down, my friend. One down.
for the
And another one for me.
and the legend yet grows.
And how about you? So says you. I think I've hit my limit on these things. Tell you what, one more and you win the contest.
Can't be happening. You need a lead.
Wow,
Get out of here.
you've really done it. The staff is yours.
You need a lead.
That's great.
You know, you're a fun person to drink with. I know this great little place where the wine flows like water. We should
Ooh.
head there.
Let's go there
Hey, you don't look
right
so
now.
Wake up.
What?
That's right. It's time to wake up, you drunken blasphemer.
What? Oh, my head.
Yes, your head hurts and you don't remember where you are. I'm guessing you also don't remember coming in here and blathering incoherently about marriage or a goat. Which
What?
means you don't remember losing your temper and throwing trash all over the temple.
Huh? I'm sorry, was there a man named Sam with me?
DeBella teaches love and compassion, but that doesn't mean we're just going to tell you what you want to know and let you walk away from this. Pick up your mess, then apologize. And if we think you're sincere, we'll consider lending you aid.
Okay. Now, let me go ahead and say something real quick. I'm like 99% of the time in favor of player options, like killing the bard. But this is probably one of the only quests where I feel the quest is definitively made worse if you take the easy way out. You can just persuade or bribe your way through this quest, and basically it's like, all right, here's money, here's money, here's money, here's the staff. And it, I mean, I guess I'm still in favor of that, legitimately, because if you just want to get the staff for whatever reason, or if you just want to finish the quest quickly, sure, fine. But at that point, you might as well not even do the quest, you know? Because the whole point of the quest is retracing your steps. Anyways, okay, I gotta pick up the trash. Yeah, I got this. Where's the trash? Hang on. Give me a second. Oh, God, my head. There we go. Okay. Let's... okay, so I pick this up. Put it up here, I guess? No, you don't want it in the water, do you? Hey, lady, where do you want all the stuff? Oh, gosh darn it. There we go. Pick that back up. Okay, you know what, I'll just take this. Yep, there we go. Okay, what else we got here? A giant's toe? Where did I get a giant's toe? I'm reminded of one of my favorite lines in Baldur's Gate 2. It goes something like this. Scone? When did I last eat scone? Okay. Okay. Where'd she go? Where'd she go? Sorry. I had some in my teeth.
I suppose that'll do. Dibella teaches us forgiveness after all. Even for a drunk like you.
So do you remember anything I said when I got here?
You were ranting when you got here, but most of it was slurred. You did say something about Rorikstead.
Rorikstead?
Maybe you should take a look there.
Okay. Okay, I'll go to Rorikstead. No, Tara, no. I met a man in a bar. He was a really nice guy named Sam. And he wanted to have a really, really thick drink. And I was just like, whoa. 3 drinks is probably too much for me. Whoa. But then he mentioned there was a place with wine. Lots and lots of wine. And I love wine. Oh, yeah. So we went to this place, I think. I don't know. It's kind of hard to remember. But I'm pretty sure there was wine and a place with the guy. Pretty sure. Also, I just got a new patron. Yay! Woo. Possibly a new patron. I'm not actually sure. Either way, yay.
Heard they're reforming the Dawnguard. Vampire hunters or something.
Yeah, that's nice.
In the old fort near Rift.
Don't care. Oh god, I can't get in. I can't get in. No. Okay, here we go. We slipped in. We're good. We're good. Whew. Guys, figured it out. Oh, hey.
You've got a lot of nerve showing yourself in this town again. What do you have to say for yourself?
What? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Is that so? Does the name Gleda ring a bell? The star beauty of my farm? Kidnapped by a drunk lout and sold to a giant? You better remember her right fast before I call the guards and have you hauled away.
Wait. I kidnapped your daughter?
You're damn right it does. I'll never breed another prize-winning goat like Gleda.
Oh, it's a go.
And don't you think of coming back to Rorikstead until you get her back from that giant.
Okay. Here's that was a bunch of gold to skip the quest. No, I'm not doing that, obviously. So this is kind of... I don't want to actually negatively talk about this storyline. I mean Skyrim. But this is once again what I'm talking about with the... with the not good, it's the nicest way I can put that, quest design in Skyrim. What's the previous quest? Go to Rorikstead. No directions to Rorikstead. No who you should talk to in Rorikstead. No anything at all. It's literally just go to Rorikstead. Now, I knew to talk to that guy because the quest marker was pointing at him. But, you know, I could have been like, alright, and just bumbled around town like, hello, I'm looking for someone. No directions whatsoever, right? The next thing is find the goat. Once again, with no directions other than a giant was involved. So, once again, I'm just following the quest marker. That's kind of what I was talking about yesterday. Well, good morning, everyone. Especially Blackfile. But not Blackfile, he's terrible. I hear he secretly hates the Elder Scrolls. Oh gosh, okay, come with me. Come with me. Quickly now, quickly. Gosh darn it. Okay, die. Alright, come on. Well, I mean, to use this parallel, I hate to compare this game to Morrowind of all games. But in Morrowind, you know, mumbled something about Rorikstead. Then Rorikstead will be clickable. And you could click it and be like, oh, well, in order to get to Rorikstead, you have to... There's no roads here, but, you know, you have to follow the road east past the such-and-such mountains. I don't know what these are called. Outside of the Reach until you get to the plains of... I don't know what they're called. In order to... And if you follow the road up north towards Solitude... You know, it's basically giving some kind of directions how to get there, you know? Instead of just... Go to Rorikstead. Come on, you dumb goat. Don't make me kill you. Of course I did, Tesla. Why wouldn't I? Hello? The giants. Well, there's giants here. There's a lot of in-depth and indeed fascinating lore about the giants. Alright, what am I in combat with? Who are you? Why am I in combat with you? I'm just wondering. So, why did you attack me? I don't know why you attacked me. Okie dokie. Nord attacked me, guys. No, I haven't been to space. Well, I mean, I kind of have. But not in the way you're referring to, no. I don't know. Basically, no, Takoida? I guess I could do that. Sure. Let's just unequip this and kill the next guy slowly.
Did you see those guards? Get out of line and you'll have them to deal with.
Name's Ennis. If you've got friends who do business in Whiterun, they might know me.
He's a very intelligent goat. Look at him. Knew where the entrance was and everything.
Talked to Reldith yet? She's like a mother to me.
Ah! Clearly this man, look at his face. Look at his face. You can tell he is filled with fear. Thank you very much, Kaiserhund. As ever, those Twitch Prime subs are very much appreciated and very helpful. Thank you.
You here from the city? I visit Whiterun from time to time, mostly to make deals.
I found your goat. Can you help me retrace my steps?
Gladder! And not a scratch on her. Happy day!
You're welcome.
I still can't figure out why you stole her. You left a note explaining it, but half of it was gibberish and the rest had mead spilled on it.
Okay.
Only bit I could make out was repaying Isolde in Whiterun.
Oh.
And even that's mostly scribbles. Guess you could try there.
Sure. My mouth tastes like grapes.
I mean, I could, I guess, if you really want me to. There's us.
Hello.
Actually, we've been wearing Dwemer for too long. It's time to change it up. To glass. Not helmet, though. Helmet's stupid looking. Yeah, as I said before, I legitimately really like the look of Argonians in Skyrim. Is this just gold or fungus? Why can't I tell the difference? Golden fungus. I know, right, Dream Whisperer?
Halt.
Yeah. City's closed. Dragon. Blah, 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 blah. Have some money.
Welcome to Whiterun, friend. Go right on in.
Thanks. That should be enough. I have, Tesla. I did during the setup stream.
We'll pay whatever it takes, but we must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers.
I just can't fill an order that size on my own. Why don't you swallow that stubborn pride of yours and ask Yorland Greymane for help?
I'd sooner bend my knee to Ulfric's Stormcloak. Besides, Greymane would never make steel for the Legion.
Have it your way. I'll take the job, but don't expect a miracle.
I want to give minor praise to that little interaction, because in a very simple and swift little tidbit right there, and they're always there when you first enter, and it's really hard to avoid their conversation. Just bam, bam. You now understand that Whiterun is a neutral town in the Civil War. That there are people here who support both sides. And you know, that might be part of why I like Whiterun so much. Because it's probably the most in-depth town dealing with the war. And, well, the war is probably the most interesting plotline in Skyrim to me, so.
Do you get to the Cloud District very often? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you don't.
So, you're finally back. Look, I've been patient, but you still owe me. Oh, what's wrong? Did the engagement fall through? Look, how about we call it even, as long as you bring back the wedding ring? That's really a shame. I was so looking forward to the wedding. You said you'd have all the most interesting guests. You went right out to give it to your fiancé. Don't you even remember where you left her? And after you told me that sweet story of how you met in Witchmist Grove, I can see why she left you. How could you forget? It was the sweetest story I'd ever heard. You met at the full moon, under the biggest tree in Witchmist Grove, surrounded by fireflies. It was straight out of a storybook. Farewell.
They say Helgen got hit by a dragon.
So it's just like real life, Aborin?
Darling, I've been waiting for you to return, to consummate our love. what? You want it for that hussy Esmeralda with the dark feathers, don't you? I won't let her have you.
All that and no killing blow animation. What the hell? I hate you, Dakota. I want you to know that. This is all your fault. Yeah, no, I'd just kill her anyways. Hag Ravens are evil. They deserve to die. All of them.
Have you met my father?
Don't take this the wrong way, but you look a little sickly.
Oh, well, in that case... God damn it, I gotta go get people. Oh my god, well, I found your damn ring.
Excellent. Sorry it didn't work out. I know how excited you were for the wedding.
Yeah.
You kept saying it would be a huge ceremony at Morvenskar. You said you even had some magic staff that would handle all of the guests.
Okie dokie.
Farewell.
Where is that?
Well met, traveler.
Brigands I can handle.
By the way, Imperial for life! You know what's funny? Usually in games, I sometimes change my mind after, like, going through and rethinking things, you know? But not this time. I've been Imperial supporter since the first time I've played this, and that's never changed. Okay, here we go. It's a human, so clearly this will work this time. God damn it. It's the last one, right? Like, that's how the kill animations work? In that case, why don't we just kill you? Kill you. And we'll kill you. Now we'll finish you off. There's actually a mod for the original Skyrim that allows you to toggle the killing move chance. And you can actually turn it down, but you can also turn it up quite a bit.
You work the four. Come on!
I have no idea, Master Man. If you know where to do that, please tell me so I can finally do this and get back to my actually killing people's sword. Stop running from me. I'm just beating you to death with my bare claws. Yeah, well, Oldham was a buggy, crashy, slow-loading mess, so that wasn't happening. God damn it. Maybe it's because I have a spell equipped. Hang on. Sure. I don't frickin' know. Well, but that's actually not true of boring. My load times in Skyrim SE have been consistently into 3 to 5 second range, and I know, I tested it extensively. So... it's also never crashed on me. Now, it may, knock on wood, but it never did crash on me. I went through the entire main quest. Oh my god, it's a necromancer in Skyrim! That's actually kind of weird, now that I think about it. Okay, you have too much health. Die. Well, that didn't work. I got nothing, guys. Most badly optimized? Define optimized for me. Before I answer that question. Nothing, nothing. You missed nothing, Anthony. So this is the closest we ever see to Sanguine's Realm. This probably is actually in Sanguine's Realm right here.
You're here. I was beginning to think you might not make it.
It was quite a trip. Where are we?
I thought you might not remember your first trip here. You had a big night. I think you've definitely earned the staff.
Thanks. I got the things to repair it.
Oh, the Hagraven feather and so on. You can throw all those out. You see, I really just needed something to encourage you to go out into the world and spread merriment.
Yeah, we're in the Misty Grove.
I really just needed something to encourage you to go out into the world and spread merriment. What do you want?
I'm sorry, who are you? Nice armor, by the way.
I am Sanguine, Daedric Prince of Debauchery. I know. How could I lie to you? Well, how could I trust you until we've shared a few drinks? But it wasn't long before I realized you'd make a more interesting bearer of my not-quite-holy staff than this waste of flesh.
But why me?
Let's be honest here. I don't always think my decisions through, but you're going places. Maybe a little influence from your old Uncle Sanguine could help adjust your course a bit.
Thanks, I guess?
My pleasure. But I think it's time for you to go. No fun keeping you locked up in here with the staff.
Come on in, just stoke the fire. Take a seat and get the cold out.
You're not bothered by the fact that I just appeared out of thin air? No, of course you're not. Now, one really clever thing here, I shouldn't say clever, cool. This is the kind of thing you probably couldn't do in the older games, is it recognizes which of the inns you've met him in and ports you back to that inn. I always thought that was a cool little thing. So now we're back in Solitude, which is actually exactly where I want to go. So, while we're here...
Welcome. Let me know if you want anything.
I was kidding, by the way. That was sarcasm. I don't like the Daedric armor in this game. I'll talk to you later.
Being old's not so bad. Daughter keeps me fed, and my working days are done.
That sounds terrible.
I'm too old to work, but That don't make me too old to drink.
You.
By blade or by spell. If you want it dead, I'll make it dead. All you need to do.
I suppose we'll have to try the innkeep. Alright, alright. Hey, innkeep.
Are you
Barkeep.
feeling sick? Welcome to the Winking Skeever, friend.
Any rumors lately? There we go.
I think the Bard's College might be looking for recruits. You should speak to the head of the college, Viarmo, if you're interested.
Cool. Any other rumors?
Varnius Junius stopped by here on his way to court. He was worried about something. I'm sure Falk Firebeard could tell you what.
Well, I'm sure it has nothing to do with one of the most horrifying villains in the history of the setting. What else you got?
People say there's a man wandering the streets near the Blue Palace. He seems distressed, but he's not making any sense.
I'm sure that's nothing.
Remember the Winking Skeever next time your foot's sore. If you need a good rumor or two, I think I can oblige.
I keep wanting to force shove them. But alas.
It doesn't matter how many times you ask.
You might want to rethink that.
Alright. We'll do this one first. Maybe if I set it to like 1,000% chance. Hang on. Wait, he's approaching me. Ah.
You come. No.
That's all you've got. Easily blocked. Yeah.
God, how do you aim with these? Like what, Tara? What evil tendencies? What are you talking about?
You need to do better than that.
Poor Tesla, he still understands nothing. So how do you mod your strength, since, for those not aware, there is no strength stat in this game? There's no strength attribute, I should clarify.
Not impressed.
Like, the way the camera swings back and forth, that's not me doing that. That's just a part of the attack. It's really disorienting. Yeah, there's health, magicka, stamina, and then your perks. And that is it. I said skills, right? Okay, come on, killing blow. So yeah, what's it actually called? Maybe it's unarmed? Nope. Okay, how about... Nope. I will. Yeah, I resist arrest. I'd rather die. I'd rather die. Yeah, if this doesn't trigger here, I'm going to officially give up and go back to using my goddamn sword. Beating people to death with bare hands, not evil. I like to think my pick character is just like, why can't I just pick you up and suplex you? God! I'm not trying to kill you! I definitely think the Bard's College should be an actual guild you can do. So, player mod AV unarmed 100 is incorrect. Okay, we did it. Now we gotta sneak. Sneak. I'm not here. Who's detected me? You. You don't see me. You don't see me. There we go. Whoop, too far away.
did this?
Damn! There's the other one I wanted to show off.
Murdered in cold blood.
Alright. Hey, JNP. What's up? I call this the Robarb playthrough. God, that's disorienting.
Victory is yours, I submit.
Is it me, or is there no way to actually let them submit? Like, I know there wasn't when I first played this game. And it actually irritated me, because I thought the idea of NPCs or enemies actually surrendering was a great idea. And I was like, sweet! Awesome! Finally, I don't have to kill everyone I see. But then they just get back up and either run or attack you, and you stay in combat. It's like, god damn it. I'm on like 90% certain I've seen a mod that lets them surrender. Go away. But even that was just like a really weird jury rig that I ended up uninstalling because it was just not. I might actually call that a. Oh, here we go. Yeah, that's just that one again. Well, whatever. Anyways, I would actually probably call that a negative under other circumstances. Because the fact that the enemy... Basically, it's like dangling an option in front of you that you can't actually take. Like, walking up, hey, you want this nice Porsche? Tough! No, I'm just going to use an actual weapon now. Boop. I'll take my 15,000 damage, thanks.
You, please, take pity on an old madman.
Here, have a gold piece.
Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart.
Of course. So what's wrong?
My master has abandoned me, abandoned his people, and nothing I say can change his mind. Now he refuses to even see me. He says I interrupt his vacation. It's been so many years. Won't you please help?
Sure. Where can I find him? Hold up, actually. Why don't you leave your master?
Oh, you just don't understand. Without him, I am not free. Without him, I am doomed. All of his empire shall fall into chaos.
Uh-huh. How can I find him?
Last I saw him, he was visiting a friend in the Blue Palace. But no one as mundane as a Jarl. No. Such people are below him. No, he went into the forbidden wing of the palace to speak with an old friend. Said it had been ages since they had last had tea. Oh, and you'll need the hip bone. It's very important. No entering Pelagius's wing without that.
Right. I think this person is insane. Call me crazy. I'm looking up a name really quick because I can't remember her damn name. And I feel really stupid because I was literally just looking this up last night. Potema. That's her name. Or Potema, or however the hell you pronounce it.
Until next time.
So the next two quests we're doing both have to do with Potema. I'll talk about Pelagius in just a moment.
If you need potions, head over to...
Did you know Pelagius wasn't, I guess the way to phrase this is he wasn't born insane? Funny little fact there. Wait, that doesn't seem right. No, I guess... Excuse me.
Please, don't interrupt the court.
I swear to you, unnatural magics are coming from that cave. There are strange noises and lights. We need someone to investigate.
Then we will immediately send out a legion to scour the cave and secure the town. Hafengar's people will always be safe under my rule.
Your Eminence, my scrying has suggested nothing in the area. Dragonbridge is under Imperial control. This is likely superstitious nonsense.
Perhaps a more tempered reaction might be called for?
Oh, yes, of course, you were right. Falk, tell Captain Aldous I said to assign a few extra soldiers to Dragonbridge.
Thank you, Jarl Elisif. But about the cave?
I will have someone take care of the cave as well, Varnius. You can rest easy. You're dismissed. I am the Jarl's steward. If you have court business to tend to, you talk to me. Absolutely not. That wing has been sealed for hundreds of years, and for good reason. They say the ghost of Pelagius the Mad still haunts it. Ghost or not, there are reminders of his dark rule that are best left buried away. Feel free to return to me with questions. The Blue Palace is an open forum. The Jarl is not to be disturbed with common affairs at court. You direct those concerns to me. You mean the Dragon Bridge issue? I'll be honest with you. I was planning to let that go. Varnius is a bit jumpy at the best of times. There have been reports of weird happenings near Wolfskull Cave. Travelers disappearing, odd lights. I suspect wild animals, or perhaps bandits. I don't think it's worth our time with the war going on. But if you want to clear out the cave, I'll make sure you're repaid for your work. Please, feel welcome in the Court of Solitude.
Oh, hello. Just tidying up. Oh, I'd get in trouble for that. It's not allowed. Besides, it's scary in there. Well, I suppose in that case it's okay to let you in. But only briefly. Be careful and come right back. Don't mess anything up while you're here.
Pelly, my dear? Oh, I couldn't. Goes right through me. Besides, I have so many things to do. So many undesirables to contend with. Naysayers, buffoons, detractors. Why, my headsman hasn't slept in 3 days.
You are far too hard on yourself, my dear, sweet, homicidally insane Pelagius. What would the people do without you? Dance, sing, smile, grow old? You are the best septum that's ever ruled. Well, except for that Martin fella. But he turned into a dragon god, and that's hardly sporting. You know, I was there for that whole sordid affair. Marvelous time. Butterflies, blood, a fox, a severed head, and the cheese to die for.
Yes, as you've said countless times before.
Harumph! Well then, if you're going to be like that, perhaps it's best I take my leave. A good day to you, sir. I said good day!
Yes, go. Leave me to my ceaseless responsibilities and burdens.
How rude! Can't be bothered to host an old friend for a decade or two. Really? Oh, what kind of message? A song? A summons? Wait, I know! A death threat written on the back of an Argonian concubine. Those are my favorites.
That line is funnier in hindsight.
Spit it out, mortal! I haven't got an eternity. Actually, I do. Little joke. But seriously, what's the message?
I was asked to retrieve you from your vacation.
Were you now? By whom? Wait! Don't tell me. I want to guess.
Okay.
Was it Molag? No.
Nope.
No. Little Tim?
Nope.
The Toymaker's son, huh?
Nope.
Huh? The ghost of King Lysandes? Ah, or was it one? Yes! Stanley, the talking grapefruit from Passwall! I'm wrong on all accounts, aren't I?
I'm afraid so.
Ha! No matter! Honestly, I don't want to know. Why ruin the surprise? But more to the point, do you, tiny, puny, expendable little mortal, actually think you can convince me to leave? Because that's crazy! You do realize who you're dealing with here.
I know exactly who you are. You're me from the last game. So to be 100% clear, it is within the realm of possibility that he is actually not us. However, authors have flat out said in interviews, yeah, no, he's us. And basically everything else in the world indicates this. This is one of those all but stated facts. The only thing they haven't said is, by the way, I was the champion of Cyrodiil. Like that's all that's needed to 100% confirm this. This is at the 99.9% range of confirmed. However, to be fair, there is that 0.01% chance that this is not the character from Oblivion. In which case, he's just, the original Sheogorath, and make up your own explanation for what happened. This is not a debatable as far as I'm concerned, so no.
How rude! Can't be bothered to host an old friend, Pelagius the Third. Now, surely even you know about Pelagius's decree. On his deathbed, and this was inspired, he forbade death! That's right! Death! Outlawed!
Cool. So where are we?
Inside the mind of Pelagius, silly. Oh, is it your first time?
Yeah.
Really?
Hang on, I gotta go through this again.
Well, but seriously, what's up?
Blah, blah.
Wait! Don't tell. Was it Mole? I'm wrong on.
But we didn't, Tesla.
No, but more, because that's crazy. Wrong! Actually, you do, sort of. I am a part of you, little mortal. I'm a shadow in your subconscious.
Again,
a
apropos.
blemish on your fragile little psyche. You know me. You just don't know it. Sheogorath, Daedric Prince of Madness, at your service.
So, are you gonna leave or no?
Now that's the real question, isn't it? Because honestly, how much time off could a demented Daedra really need? So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave. That's right. I'm done. Holiday complete. Time to return to the humdrum day-to-day. On one condition. You have to find the way out first. Well, good luck with that.
Okay. Also, I do like his current mania and dementia outfit. It's a nice one.
Ha! I do love it when the mortals know they're being manipulated. Makes things infinitely more interesting.
You would know.
Care to take a look around? This is not, I dare say, the Solitude Botanical Gardens. Have you any idea where you are? Where you truly are? Welcome to the deceptively verdant mind of the Emperor Pelagius the Third. That's right! You're in the head of a dead, homicidally insane monarch!
Okay.
Now, I know what you're thinking. Can I still rely on my swords and spells and sneaking and all that nonsense? Sure. Or you could use the Wabachak! Huh? Didn't see that coming, did you?
Okay. Thanks. Thanks, me, from the past. Why are you eating mammoth snout? Although you do have some cheese. I do like some cheese. And garlic. Cheese, garlic, bread, and potatoes. Alright, I'll like this guy. And how do you... Oh god, I can't even access the menu right now. So, yep, okay. We'll do this one first.
Ah! Now this is a sad path. Pelagius hated and feared many things. Assassins, wild dogs, the undead, pumpernickel. But the deepest, keenest hatred was for himself. The attacks he makes on himself can be seen here fully. They're always carried out on the weakest part of his fragile self.
So that's
the
his confidence.
self-loathing
That's his
enhances
anger.
Pelagius' anger. Ah, but his confidence will shrink with every hit. You must bring the two into balance.
Damn it.
I'll gladly kill you myself.
Stop moving.
Never should have come here.
By the way, I hate pumpernickel.
Here we go.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
So that's his self-doubt, his anger. Shoot, I lost his confidence. Hang on. There we go.
Here we go.
You seem to be having a small problem, or perhaps it's a big problem. Maybe we shrunk the whole thing down a little.
I've been trying to. I just can't
Wonderfully
aim.
done. Pelagius is finally ready to love himself and continue hating everyone else.
Need something?
No, it's cool, Pelagius. All joking aside, I can't stand pumpernickel. Like, legitimately. It's the kind of thing I basically can't eat. It's right up there with black licorice. Bleh.
You've headed down the path of dreams. Unfortunately for you, Pelagius suffered night terrors from a young age.
Thanks to Patoma, or whatever her damn name is.
All you need to do is find something to wake our poor Pelagius up. You'll find his terrors easy to repel, but persistent.
Screw this, I'm out! I'm out, I give up, I give up! Because apparently I have to talk to him.
I see you've been minding your own business. So, how's the mind business?
I actually have never had liver in my life.
Ah, wonderful, wonderful. Why waste all that hatred on yourself when it can so easily be directed at others? But someone still has quite a bit to do.
In response to the one, no, Tesla, you're insane. In response to the one, yes, because A, you could vary up the combat with it, different from, say, crossbows, and B, Dwemer. No, I don't think I've ever had foie gras. Alright, Night Terrors, I'm ready for you. Hello? Hello? I'm ready for the Night Terrors. Okay, fine, I'll use it on him. Die, dog! You don't belong in this world! So he's afraid of dogs. Sheep. Oh no, he's not afraid of sheep. We're cool.
You picked a bad time to get lost.
He's afraid of bandits. But not himself as a child, apparently.
Need something?
And he's afraid of... Hag Ravens! Oh god, it's my wife! It's okay, she's a sultry maiden now. What kind of dreams is this guy having? Jeez. I mean, I dreamed about I was working at my old network job last night. It was actually a nightmare, but... Point being, what the hell? Are you breaking down, dude? Oh, he's also afraid of... the Dragon Priest.
Well, now that's something to crow about. With Pelagius up and about, you're moving right along. We'll both be home in no time.
Hey, stranger. We've basically just started. This is our second day of Skyrim. Okay, I'm out of combat game. You can stop playing that music.
Pelagius stopped by. We'll mention the hate. Mentioned he hated you, and he agreed. Oh, I'm so happy for you. My, what a burden to have carried. But you've done it. You've conquered your own inner demons. Bravo. It didn't mean yourself.
Yeah.
You meant Pelagius.
Yeah.
Well, same congratulations apply. Just, for what you did for the insane emperor.
Thanks.
Conquering paranoia should be a snap after that ordeal.
Just gonna leave that down for a bit. No, Grey Wolf.
Good choice! Well, good for me. I find everyone being out to get you so terribly entertaining. You might find
Oh my
it
god, Cashel, we
less
literally
so.
just talked about that.
You see, Pelagius's mother was, well, let us say, unique. Although I suppose, in the grand scheme of things, she was fairly average for a septim. That woman wielded fear like a cleaver. Or did she wield a cleaver and make people afraid? I never get that part right. Oh, but she taught her son well. Pelagius learned at a very early age that danger could come from anywhere, at any time, delivered by anyone.
So anyways, short answer, Cashel, yes. With 99.99% certainty, yes. The odds of it being no are so minuscule at this point that I would actually call it bad writing.
The objective here is simple, you simpleton. Use your Wabbajack to defeat the enemy, while they do the same.
Okay. Go. Who, Patema? Dream Whisperer? We'll talk about her in a moment. She was messed up. Patema Septimus, technically. Patema Septim, excuse me. She's... what's the word I'm gonna use?
Your creature doesn't appear to be faring any better than before. They think train is off.
She's hideously evil. No, she really is. Like, she is... She's basically like Ulfric if Ulfric was competent. Conjuring magic, Tesla. Oh, right.
Oh, I thought you'd never figure it out. With the threat gone, Pelagius is under the delusion that he's safe, which means you've helped him out, sort of. And we're that much closer to home.
I'll be honest, I forgot about that.
I have a saying. I'm not going to feel what you have to like. Or something like that. Fixed is such a subjective term. I think treated is far more appropriate, don't you? Like one does to a rash, or an arrow in the face. But no matter. Heartless mortal that you are, you've actually succeeded and survived. I am first to honor my end of the bargain. So, congratulations. You're free to go. They've been known to change my mind. So, go. Really.
Okay.
Pelagius Septim the Third, once the mad Emperor of Tamriel, now so boringly sane. I always knew he had it in him. Well, I suppose it's back to the Shivering Isles. The trouble Haskell can get into while I'm gone simply boggles the mind. Let's make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Clothes, check. Beard, check. Luggage. Luggage. Now, where did I leave my luggage?
Master, you've taken me back. Does this mean we're going home? Oh, happy times. I can't wait to...
Yes, that's quite enough celebration. Let's send you ahead, shall we? As for you, my little mortal minion, feel free to keep the Wabbajack as a symbol of my... I'll just take the damn thing. You take care of yourself now. And if you ever find yourself up in New Sheo, do look me up. We can share a strawberry tart. Ta-ta!
Jiglog isn't even mentioned in Skyrim, no. Not once. Now, even though Tesla is completely insane, I do aim to please. Try to figure out my way out of here. There we go. Yeah, he's basically just references the character. So anyways, now we're never going to use that ever again. Moving on. No, where's my real weapon? God! So, you remember Knights of the Nine? No, of course you don't. During Knights of the Nine, they briefly mentioned something called the War of the Red Diamond. So what happened for about 7 years or so, although the war effectively terminated after 7 years, but it kept going on for, God, like a decade and a half. Anywho, where are you going, dude? Anyways, it was a succession war. Pretty basic stuff. One person was like, I will be emperor, and the other person was like, no, I will be emperor. But the main proponent of this was someone who I'm just going to start calling the Wolf Queen, because I don't know how to pronounce her name. Now, the Wolf Queen was on the side of the, no, my son should be emperor, and fighting against the so-called legitimate throne holders. Now, the legitimate throne holders were actually probably illegitimate children, and therefore had what is usually referred to as a weak claim to the throne. That's what he was contesting. There we go. Now, what I find funniest about this whole affair is that the side of the Wolf Queen was winning. Like, they were like, crush, 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 and just were sweeping everything, and actually managed to take the Imperial City in, like, just a couple months. And then I can't even think of his freaking name, but he claimed himself Emperor. Behold, I am Emperor, yes! But then the war kept going, and the other side was like, oh, hey, so listen, about this whole succession crisis thing, we came back with a much bigger army because we were playing for the long term, and so he was like, wait, what? So then they came back and absolutely destroyed the succession crisis, killed him, killed his forces. Didn't kill the Wolf Queen. The Wolf Queen retreated up here to Skyrim. Now, the exact timeline of this varies depending on which account you read. But what we know is the Wolf Queen refused to give up, continued to fight on, as I said, into the decades range. So, 10 plus years after the war had officially and functionally ended, and turned to werewolves and summoning the dead in order to implement her forces. Oh, also Daedra. Sorry, Daedra summoning as well. She was basically like, yeah, I'm going to do whatever it takes to kill and fight and blah, 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 blah. There is a reasonable amount of evidence that the Wolf Queen was the one who started the war to begin with, the succession crisis, because she wanted to have a puppet ruler, and she wanted the power of the throne. And as I mentioned, she is selfish and evil and opportunistic, and basically Ulfric. She might not have been as racist as him, but again, she was actually competent and managed to accomplish a fair amount of things. Now, this is the really funny part here, because Wolf Queen here, who's, again, name I don't know how to pronounce, so I'm just going to keep calling her that, Wolfie Queenie. Yeah, no kidding, I'm boring. The Wolf Queen was like, you know what? I might lose this war. So, because I might lose this war, and that's going to be terrible if I do, but just in case, I'm pretty sure that Pelagius III will be next in line for succession. So she tortured him and abused him and literally poisoned him. That was Pelagius the Mad. And if you ever wondered why Pelagius the Mad, arguably one of the most well-known, if for bad reasons, one of the most infamous emperors ever, was so insane and so crazy, it's thanks to this woman. And that was the gentleman whose mind we were just inside, if you didn't catch that. How do I... There we go. What? Go away. Go away. No, we have not, stranger. I mean, not really. We poked our head in there, and then we left immediately. We don't know specifics that I'm aware of, says them, no. The biggest thing is the poison. She literally messed with his mind. Oh, hey, necromancers. So this is a good time to kind of briefly mention magic. So as I've already talked about back in Oblivion, magic went out of vogue after the Oblivion crisis. Everywhere, especially in Skyrim. Did she just jump down to her death? Okay, anyways, so yeah, magic just kind of went out of vogue because of the Oblivion crisis, because a lot of people who didn't know were blaming the Oblivion crisis and Daedric summoning and all that crap on mages and magic in general. The Mages Guilds collapsed, and I'll talk more about the specifics of this later when we get to the Winterhold College. What you need to know for right now is that necromancy has actually been on the rise, not on a downtrend. Now, I don't know if there's any big necromancers around. There might be Metamarco. He might be doing stuff. Probably not. There might be some big dude walking around. Probably not. But I just wanted to mention that because they can operate a little bit more openly, as weird as that may sound, because there's no one wandering around who is policing them, if that makes any sense. See, the Mages Guild did a lot of work that most people weren't even fully aware of. Yeah, exactly, stranger. Most people weren't even fully aware of how much effort the Mages Guild had been putting in across the whole continent to police magic, to take care of rogue magic casters, or rogue necromancers, or rogue conjurers, or whatever, right? The quote-unquote evil or bandit or otherwise mages. The Mages Guild was destroyed as an organization. So even though magic is a lot more looked down upon, and there is no more unified, like, magic colleges, except for the Winterhold College, which is pathetic, by the way, mages have more free reign because anyone who tries to bother them, they just kill. Or you know, or whatever. I'm probably not making any sense here. So I'm just going to move on. So, that's interesting.
Wolf Queen, hear our call and awaken. We summon Potema.
Potema, there you go. That's her damn name.
We summon Potema. Long have you slept the dreamless sleep of death, Potema. No longer. Hear us, Wolf Queen. We summon you. We summon Potema.
Oh no, the companions have some significance, which we will talk about when we get there.
Yes! Yes! Return me to this realm!
Same voice actress.
As our voices summon you, the blood of the innocent binds you, Wolf Queen. Summon with words bound by blood.
What? What are you doing, you fools? You cannot bind me to your wills.
Summon with words.
Oh yeah, hang on, I'm sorry. Is the audio fixed? Sure.
Bound by blood.
So, yeah, I don't really know why they thought this was a good idea. There's a whole bunch of necromancers and conjurers who are like, you know what? We could have the Wolf Queen bound to us and use her as a rallying point and as a front and a terror-sowing agent in order to do whatever it is we're after. We don't really know a lot about their motivations here because, I mean, they literally don't even have names. That's how NPC-y they are.
You ants don't have the power to bind me.
Oh yeah, she was a necromancer herself. Did I mention that?
Something is wrong. There is an intruder.
Oh, there isn't. Hello. Listen. I heard you're trying to summon Potema. That's really dumb. Here, let me explain to you in clear words how incredibly stupid this is. Alright. Wait, where's that going? Come back! Come back! Ah, crap. Well, she's summoned but not bound now. Man, I'm sure glad I got here. Oof. Things could have gone badly. Oh, where's the damn switch? God, I can't see anything. There it is. Hey, look. Random crap. Okay. Never mind. Yeah. See, the thing is, Potema was never really that powerful. Competent, but not powerful. Which is funny. I call her competent, but even that... I suppose it's... The reason I call her competent is because of her successes back during the extended War of Succession. How much of that is her? Hey, Fateless. Do I even have a torch right now? I do not. I do have Pelagius's hip bone, however. Yeah, you can quit being a werewolf. It's actually really easy to cure, which is funny. Now, I've heard some people theorize that the Wolf Queen was actually being basically backed by someone or something else. And the most common argument is that she was being backed by Manamarco, considering the level and scope of influence she had and how much of that was involving necromancy. Not too hard to believe that, but it's worth noting that there is literally zero evidence of that whatsoever. I'm just mentioning it for the sake of completion.
You heard of Ravenscar Hollow? Cave on island to the west.
Have you heard of personal space, dude?
Come
on.
You've returned. Good. What did you find at Wolf Skull Cave?
some necromancers were trying to summon and bind Potema.
Potema herself?
Oh, excuse me,
Please
Potema.
tell me you stopped them.
I interrupted the ritual, and they summoned her, but they didn't bind her.
You've done a larger service to the realm than you could possibly know. A resurrected Potema. I shudder at the thought.
So that's probably the only real evidence we have for what they wanted with her. Because you'll notice, just the name is like, oh my gosh. You know, it's how horrible. I suppose the closest real-life equivalent to that would be something along the lines of, oh my gosh, we're resurrecting Genghis Khan! You know, that's about as close as I've got to relevance. I mean, because there's a lot of, what's the word I want to use? Not propaganda. Myth? No. Legend. Let's go with the word legend. There's a lot of legend in Skyrim built up around her because, remember, most of her actual conflict and fighting was here in Skyrim. I mean, yeah, the Succession War, but that was handled within just 7 years. Just 7 years, listen to me. She kept fighting and wrecking stuff up here and ever since, so... Yeah, I'm not sure there actually is a real-life equivalent of what the Wolf Queen is to these people. So I got nothing on that. Neo from the Matrix is being resurrected. Yeah, I got nothing. Now, let me just check something really quick here. Here we go. Do-do-do-do-do. Blah, 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 blah. Okay.
May the gods watch over your battles, friend.
Nothing. Okay.
Anyone with a stout heart like yours.
Maybe Hitler? Yeah, I don't
Do
know.
you have business with the court? The Jarl is not to be disturbed with common affairs.
Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Sure.
Those concerns to me.
Hey, I'm level 21 now. Do-do-do-do-do. So I did that, and I did that, and I did that. So for the longest time, I didn't actually find the follow-up of this quest. Because the requirements for it showing up are kind of weird and stupid. I have to wait for a courier. I can't just... Most of the courier quests are there as what I call go-tos. A go-to is... Hey, shut up, Solitude Guard. So, the real quest is, you know, go deal with Pelagius the Mad and talk to Sheogorath. But a go-to is something you get while you're out in the world or from a central hub that tells you there's a quest over there, right? That's a go-to. It's very obvious. So, most of the go-tos in Skyrim...
Emperor's cousin, Vittoria Vici, is getting married soon.
Yeah, that's nice. I'll kill her later. Most of the go-tos are completely unnecessary. Like, you could just totally skip them and go straight to the NPC. Sadly, this is one of the very few times where you have to get the go-to quest from a courier in order to be able to actually progress the quest. So we're just going to go do this quest next. Ironically, we would be skipping a go-to here. I originally wasn't going to do this quest, but a few people said I should because of its significance to Oblivion, so okay. I just gotta find it. I suppose I could do this, since I actually do have the go-to, which is that one. What? I'm gonna kill a whole lot of people. What are you talking about? What's the one? I don't remember where this stupid place is.
Your ancestors wouldn't want this, Silas.
Here we are.
Why should I hide from it? This is my family's legacy.
It's the past. Dead oaths on dead lips. Let it stay there.
The museum is opening, Medina.
Hi.
Here comes my first visitor. The Museum of the Mythic Dawn is open, friend.
Yay. No, I guess that qualifies as a lost. So, Museum of the Mythic Dawn? Are you crazy and stupid?
Yes. My collection of artifacts from a group that toppled an empire.
Oh my god.
Why don't you come in? You can browse the displays and we can talk. I have a job you look perfect for.
I hate this guy.
Let's talk inside.
I hate this guy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he doesn't actually know what the Mythic Dawn was actually doing.
Feel free to look around. Come talk to me when you're ready to discuss. The tapestries hung here and outside were found. That burned paper is all that remains of the fabled Mysterium Xarxes, the blasphemous book written by Mehrunes Dagon himself. It's said that Mankar Cameron used the book to open a portal to a paradise, where all his followers would live forever.
Yep. God, that makes me feel better. So yeah, you can actually get the his line about the group that toppled an empire was all I really needed to hear. So as you can see, you can actually get Mythic Dawn robes in this game if you really want to. So you can actually wander around. What am I wearing? What am I wearing? What the hell? What happened to my glass armor? Anyways, so you can do this.
Yes, Mehrunes Dagon is great. Super amazing. I love being tortured forever because I was a faithful follower. Woo! Woo! Woo!
Okay, I'm done role-playing as a Mythic Dawn guy. Anyways, I'll do this stupid quest. Oh, it's okay, I do still kill this guy. You don't have to, but I'm going to because screw him.
Did you have any questions about the museum?
Yeah, why are you
Or would you
stupid?
rather talk business? It's no secret that my family were once members of the Mythic Dawn. One of my forefathers was even chosen to assassinate Uriel Septim himself.
Uh-huh.
We hid from our past for years, became tradesmen, people of coin and influence.
Yep.
But I realized that the Mythic Dawn's importance, our importance, to history cannot be denied.
Okay.
I'll see everyone in Tamriel remember that for a moment, we held the fate of the world in our hands, for good or ill.
Right. I mean, I suppose the argument here is, should we have a Nazi museum? Let's just bring that straight into real life parallels. Should we have a museum about the Nazis? The bad Nazis, by the way. Just to make my statement as 100% clear as possible here. What's the stupid job you want?
A little history first. After the Oblivion Crisis, a number of groups cropped up dedicated to wiping out the remnants of the Mythic Dawn. One of these groups found Mehrunes' razor, the artifact of Dagon. They split it into 3 fragments and pledged to keep them apart forever. That was almost 150 years ago, and the pieces are still being kept by the descendants of that group, and they're right here, in Skyrim.
Cool. And you want me to get it?
At least 2 of the owners, Gunzel and Draskua, are dangerous marauders, and the 3rd owner, Jorgen, I only know he lives in Morthal. Here are my notes about them. I'll gladly pay you for getting the pieces any way you can. No questions asked.
So you're okay with me murdering people, and you have a museum that venerates the Twilight's Dawn cultists, or the Twilight Tamra cultists. God, I'm getting it screwed up here. Apparently there is actually a Nazi museum in Munich. I literally did not know that was a thing. Wow. Yeah, I'm not saying there aren't Nazi museums here in the States. I've just never heard of them. Holocaust museums, I've actually been to a couple of those. So why don't you tell me about the Mythic Dawn cult?
They were worshippers of Mehrunes Dagon, the Daedric Lord of Destruction and Change.
Okay.
The Mythic Dawn killed Uriel Septim VII and his heirs, triggering the events that led to the Oblivion Crisis, when the Daedra invaded Tamriel. All that remains of the infamous cult, I've gathered in my museum.
You realize that there are certain people who simply seeing you wear that robe would want to murder your face off. Anyone in chat want to murder his face off for wearing a Mythic Dawn robe? I'm just curious, legit. I am one of those people. I actually have a story to tell you guys, too. Because the first time I ever played this game, ever, I was roaming through Dawnstar, and I saw him, and of course his intro thing is him talking about the Mythic Dawn, and of course I recognized the robe. So I murdered his face off, paid the guard, and went on my way. Much later, tens of hours of gameplay later, I started going through getting all the Daedric quests done in order to get the achievement for it. Whoops.
Good luck finding the fragments.
I never got that achievement. I never cared enough to try again, and I never will. I just don't care that much. But the funny thing is, I still think it was worth it.
What's the Jarl going to do about it?
Huh? Are we supposed to feel safe in our own homes?
Please, enough already. I have told Ygritte of your concerns. She'll look after you all. Please, go about your business.
We've no need for wizards in our midst.
Morthal has enough problems as it is.
It's no use. Let's get back to it then.
Which one's
Unless
Vermina's?
it's about the mill. I don't have time to talk.
I'm looking
Much
for
to do.
pieces of Mehrunes razor.
Don't know what you're talking about, stranger.
Really?
I've heard of him. My father had suspicions about his connection to the Mythic Dawn. Guess they were true. I don't need this. My family wasted 8 generations keeping that razor safe from a dead cult. As far as I care, it can stay locked in my house.
I can give you some gold.
Divines know the mill could use some new blades. All right. It's yours. Here's the keys. It's locked in the chest inside my house.
Me too, actually, Dream Whisperer. I think that's actually the first time I've seen that quest actually, or that conversation actually pop up.
The world's going mad, and our Jarl does what? She hides inside with her visions. We need a leader, not some mystic.
You know, I have to be honest. I don't understand the anti-magic bias at all. Like, I legitimately don't. It's just, I mean, magic is such a provable, mundane, everyday thing. The fact that people are like, we don't want wizards around here, we don't like their kind. Like having some bias against wanton magery or rogue mages, yeah, okay, I could get that. But just the anti-magic bias in a setting like this one? That doesn't make any sense to me at all. It'd be like walking outside and you see a, I don't know, God, I can't think of a real life equivalent. I really can't.
Trust you saw the house that burned down. Peculiar bit of business that was. And that's on top of noises from the marsh in the night. Tales of monsters. And now this wizard in our midst.
Da-da-da.
What's a man to do if he can't look to his Jarl for help?
Well, okay.
All right, then.
Well, I'll deal with that later. Where am I going? Can I just say one thing I do not like about Skyrim? Now, I know I have trouble seeing. Like, I've admitted that before. But when I'm doing this, I'm looking around for something, I can't find... You see that little arrow? The one that's kind of glowing there? You know, this is where your quest arrow is? I have a really hard time seeing that amongst the map unless I'm really careful and looking for it and pause for a second and basically look for the animation. I know this is a very minor complaint, but this has always bothered me in Skyrim because everything is black and white. To use a contrast here, in Oblivion, if it was a go through a door location, like a cell switch, there's a red arrow, and if it's just there, it's a green arrow. But either way, it's nice and distinct and a different color. But here the arrow is pretty small, it's basically the same size as the other icons, and it's white and black just like everything else. Yeah, and yeah, you can mod this away, obviously. I've modded this away before in the past, too. But this... Come on. Work with me, game. Whee.
Staying safe, I hope?
Oh, yeah. I'm super safe. I'm also not here. I'm not here. There we go. And yeah, the funny thing is, normally, I would actually not do TMM and get all the map stuff shown there. Because, in my opinion, having less of the map explored makes it easier to get around. I'm sorry, Zoan. I am a hater. I am filled with endless fire of death and destruction. Hey, look, a soul gem. And roots. And berries. Berries. Oh, right. Okay.
Never should have come here.
Oh, hey, it's Forsworn. Hi. You're never getting your land back. I just want you to know that. Jackass. You know what's funny is I could see it being really easy to sympathize with the Forsworn. Except for everything else about them. It's like if I told you about the Forsworn on paper, you'd be like, oh my god. Those poor people. Those are the guys we join, right? And do quests to help them out. Then I actually tell you about what they do and how they accomplish it, and then you'd be like, oh my god! Like, come on. No, I know what you're talking about, Fateless. I'm pretty much doing minimalistic mods for the Lorerun for obvious reasons. We were having enough stability and crashy issues as is. I don't want to add to it. Okay, God's sakes. I don't care. Yeah. Okay, where is it? Yeah, there.
You won't take my eye.
I don't really care about your eye, lady. I guess I'll get the word while I'm here. What do you got? Ooh. Pumpernickel. Wait. So yeah, I need that. Ooh, a black soul gem. So let's see. They were sacrificing a goat, a Berenzia stone. I hate that quest, by the way. I just want you all to know that. Who is talking to me? Oh, there you are.
I'll make you pay.
So. You see that? So, one of the things that some of the Forsworn do is they go into a ritual where chop, chop, chop. They basically make a nice big crude hole in their chest, rip the heart out, put in the Briarthorn, and then sew it back together. Now, this basically turns them into... but it does make them stronger. And that's one of the things that the Forsworn have been doing in order to achieve their ends of reclaiming the Reach and reestablishing the kingdom of... God, I don't even remember what they were called, actually. The Reachmen, that's it. The kingdom of the Reachmen. Yeah, exactly, a boring. Like, really, the Forsworn should be sympathetic. They're not. They're hideously evil. Like, they're not as bad as the Thalmor, but the fact that I have to compare them to the Thalmor in order to get to that point is pathetic. Come on. And no, there's not really any lore to the Berenzia quest. It's just a quest. That takes a long time to do. It's rewarding if you do it. Alright, where'd he go? I don't have any sneak skill right now. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. God, I cannot see in this game. So I'll pickpocket the Briarheart, and he dies instantly. And as you can see, credit where credit is due, the heart is no longer there. Yep. So that is kind of awesome and horrible all at the same time. I'm gonna... where is this? It's an ingredient, isn't it? Yep, there it is. I'm just gonna dump this thing. I don't really... Or I could eat it, apparently. I was trying to drop it. Apparently I'll just eat the guy's heart. Nom, nom, nom. Delicious Briarthorn. Anyways. Just gonna move on. I'm gonna pretend I didn't eat that. Everyone cool with that? Oh yeah, I want to share one other thing really quick. I had one trick for trying to find stuff back in the day. I'd swivel the camera up here. Now sometimes this would help. You notice it's actually not helping here. Because if the place you want to go to is off the camera, there's a little bit more obvious of a thing. You can see it there on the left side, upper left of the screen. It's a little more obvious to see that than most of the other things you can see. Hey, Rusty. Not for a Jedi.
You picked a bad time to get lost, friend.
I'm not lost. I'm just trying to find something.
Now, ain't this?
It does, Dawnguard. Oh yeah, that reminds me. We need to set up a straw poll. It probably won't be relevant until tomorrow, but I like to give you guys some warning. So, you guys will get to choose which Dawnguard path we do. There you go. Quickly. God. 6 episodes. By far probably going to be the longest of the games we played, and that's quickly. Like 50 hours, though. I would rather not do Vampire. In fact, I will go ahead and vote on my own poll against Vampire. I'm going to do that right now. I usually don't. But I'm invested in this one. There we go. But it is still the democracy's vote. So...
Looking for the blade? You want the...
Nope.
No!
Let's see, I'll take that, that. The Code of Malakath. The dude who was a guy. That's the lore of Malakath. I'm not quite kidding. I mean, there's... there's a lot of fear when it comes to Malakath as a character, but... thank you very much, Zilok. As ever, those Twitch Prime subs are very appreciated, thank you. I like that, too. Nice indicator of, hey, you're done. Hey, we're here! No, Tara. And that is my answer to that. I know it's my job to report on all this crap, but I'm just... there's got to be a line. There's got to be a line. And that is the line. Jesus, you got enough traps to defend this thing? Holy crap. Oh, I'll take Nirnroot any day over Berenzia. Seriously. All you guys need to know is that according to the mythos, which I'm willing to say is pretty definitively wrong in this case. Like, this is one of the few times I'll look at the myths and say, yeah, no, that's probably just straight up wrong. Malakath is literally the defecation of Boethia. And, Yeah, I don't think I need to add anything to that. Ah! So there's, as you can tell, there's a lot of fear about that. Thank you very much, Ranamko. God, I have no idea how to pronounce that name, but I'm still very grateful. Thank you, as ever. The support of those Twitch Prime subs are very much appreciated. So yeah, we're doing glass right now. And an awesome hat. I hate this hat. I hate hats. They're coarse and rough. They get everywhere. There we go. Much better. Yes, Fallout Bear. I'm not actually making that up. And trust me, it's probably a lie. So here's the thing. For those of you who haven't been watching the last 2 weeks of Elder Scrolls lore runs, there's stuff we can say with reasonable certainty that happens. That's usually more of the historical stuff within the 3rd and 4th era. I've actually already given it Akatsuki, but I'll repeat it. Then there's stuff that we know very definitively happened because we interact with it in the games. And then there's stuff that's the myths. And the myths are exactly what they sound like. The myths are all ridiculous, over-the-top, fantastical, hard to swallow, utter nonsense. You know, because they're myths, that's the point, right? Now, whether you actually believe those myths as being true or not, that's up to debate, because we don't know. That's why we started the debatable counter. But, like, for example, hang on. You see that right over there? That's not actually a star. That's a hole in reality that leads out to the Aetherius. That's a myth, for example. So, anyways, I was hoping it was nighttime, but so I could show out another one. But anyways, you get the point. So yes, the myth about Malakath is... And then there's Malakath. And then Malakath's followers coded themselves in it to make sure, and it's really horrible. Now, I do have my own theory on Malakath and the Orsimer. It's actually quite mundane. Currently, the debatable counter is at 134. I'm not actually going to add one for Malakath, because we've already given one for Malakath. So, all I'm going to say right now is that my theory, to try and summarize this a little bit, without giving all my evidence or all my reasonings, I think that Malakath was someone who mantled. I think the Orsimer already existed before Malakath. They just weren't really seen, or they weren't really part of the historical, perspective. They weren't really, most people weren't writing down that Orsimer were around. So they were an offset. One of the Orsimer mantled. That Orsimer is Malakath. And then the orcs suddenly just start being a part of history. Because that's actually the truth. Malakath shows up. And then history starts recording the orcs. And then we have the massive war that led to the siege of Orsinium. And then the orcs lost their territory. Chung, 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 pretty much. So, that's my take on it. It was because Malakath was an Orsimer who mantled, he then brought the Orsimer up and made them a major power, and actually was able to make people take notice of them. Anyways. What's yours, by the way? Boring. Oh, you just posted it, didn't you? Gotcha. Okay. See you around, Skystrax. I have no idea, Mike Romano. I got a better question. Why would one Daedra who goes to the bathroom at all make another Daedra? So, hi, I got your stupid crap.
Those robes were worn during the Mythic Dawn's secret meetings, where they plotted to bring the Daedra Mehrunes Dagon into Tamriel. Each bolt of yarn used to make the robes. Those robes were worn during the Mythic Dawn's secret meetings, where they plotted to bring the Daedra Mehrunes... Those robes were worn during the Mythic Dawn's secret meetings, where they plotted to bring the Daedra Mehrunes Dagon into Tamriel.
Okay. I'm satisfied for the moment.
Those robes were worn during the Mythic... What is it? Do you have one of the razor fragments?
I got your crap.
All at once. You're efficient. I like that. Here's your reward. Finally, all the pieces of Mehrunes' razor are in my hands. It's time I let you in on something.
Okay.
There's a fourth piece, that scabbard in the display case, built to house the razor. And there's more. I know how to put all the pieces together. We just need to take them to Dagon's shrine and contact the Lord of Change directly.
Okay. Sounds like a really dumb idea.
You don't want to be a part of history? Fine. I'll be at the shrine if you change your mind.
Yeah, okay, fine. I'll meet you there, moron. I really want to kill him one more time. Thankfully, I get to. Because, I mean, Dagon's awesome. Is the one. He's the best. Like, of all the Daedric lords... God, I can't even say... There it is. I can't even say that with a straight face.
Good. You're here. I'll place the pieces on the altar, and Dagon should speak to us.
Okay. Come on. Come on.
Mehrunes Dagon, the Lord of Change. We have brought your razor to you. We beg you, please, bring the blade's full glory to Tamriel again. It's not working. Why don't you give it a try? Just put your hands on the altar.
Okay.
You, mortal, you are worthy of speaking to. You have claimed the pieces of my razor. It has been an amusing game to witness. But Dagon does not declare a winner while there is a pawn on the board. Kill Silas. He and his family have served their purpose.
But he helped find the pieces.
Only Dagon can declare if a pawn is worth keeping. I have spoken. Kill him. Take your rightful place as my champion, or I will crush you.
Okay. So.
Wait. Don't kill me. There's another way.
So, there's three things you can do here. First, you can kill him. Easy. You can hesitate long enough, and then he'll try to kill you. You can, and then you have to kill him. You can try to work with him to kill the Dremora that Dagon summons. And I feel like there's a fourth variation on that as well. Obviously, we're going to kill him because screw this idiot.
I can take the pieces back to my museum, seal them in a display case.
Okay.
You get a generous amount of gold, I get to complete my collection, and nobody has to die.
I mean, he is being kind of reasonable about this. And he doesn't really seem that evil. I don't know, what do you guys think? Should we spare him? Or should we murder the crap out of him? And that's true, I don't want to be a champion for Dagon, like at all. That is true. Giving the finger to Dagon is worth more than the brief enjoyment out of killing this guy. I mean, I've killed this guy like 6 times by now, so fine.
Thank you. Here's your gold. I'll make a run for it back to Dawnstar.
You think to betray Mehrunes Dagon?
Yeah.
Suffer.
Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd the... And now I can get into the shrine. Sweet! What do we got in here? Probably some great loot and infinitely respawning Dremora. In all seriousness, these Dremora will respawn infinitely every 10 days. So if you ever need some Daedric hearts, take that. Alright, I'm out. So, yeah, what happened to the guy? I don't see his corpse. Did he make it? Puh. Well, I hope he ran. Shoot. I'm gonna go double check on him real quick. And then I might kill him. I know what I'll do. I know what I'll do. We're back. We're back. Yes?
Hello.
Hi, what's up? Wee.
I'm taking the yuck out.
Okay.
Although,
Yes, they are. Hey, real quick. Should I kill this idiot for being stupid evil or no?
for being stupid, evil, and what?
Or should I not? Should I spare him?
Why would you spare somebody that's stupid, evil?
See, she gets it. She understands. So here he is.
I mean, we're not pacifists.
That's true, and we do have a sword that kills people in one hit.
Well, see, then he won't suffer. It's humane. There.
Wait.
You should eat some dinner. I mean, he went to all the trouble of cooking it.
That's a good point. We don't want to let it go to waste. Hang on, let's see if we can sneak up and get a stealth kill.
The museum is doing well.
Nope, he's talking to me.
I haven't told anyone.
No, gosh darn it. I'm trying to gut him, and it's not working.
Well, yeah.
I never thought all I would want is
Oh, it's because he's actually doing an animation. That's why. He's cooking right now. Okay, I'm gonna wait until you're done cooking, buddy. He's been cooking for an hour. There we go. All right.
I never thought all I would want is peace and quiet, but I think our little adventure scared me straight.
Wait. He is expressing some regret.
Hi.
Maybe we shouldn't kill
Because
him?
he's evil and stupid?
Okay, it's hard to explain without giving all the details. Okay, you know the Twilight Hammer in WoW,
Well, no,
right?
somebody asked why we were killing him, so I told him because
I know.
he's evil and stupid.
You know who the Twilight Hammer in WoW are, right? The Twilight cultists, right?
Yeah.
So now imagine for a moment that 200 years later, there's this guy who's like, I want to make a museum to the Twilight Hammer cultists. And then he sends us on this quest to go get like an actual artifact of the old gods. That's this guy. So should we kill him or not?
Do we know if he's evil, or is he just stupid?
He might just be stupid. It's possible he's just stupid. It's possible he's just a moron.
So do you want to get lunch and pick up my wedding band?
When?
Soonish.
Sure. If I could get those two quests done, I could do that as a cutoff point.
Okay. How long will those two quests take?
I don't know. I have to finish this one, then I have to go help another idiot who's evil.
How do you know if he's evil if he's just an idiot? Like, there are people that are idiots that aren't evil.
I guess
Like,
that's true.
idiocy in and of itself does not, make you evil.
Fine. I won't kill him. Besides, I flipped for it, and the coin said spare. So, I spare you. God damn it. Freaking stupid coin. Fries are freaking spam. You know what? Maybe I didn't. Hang on. Let's do this again, just in case. I might have misflipped. Oh my God! It's Mercy again. Okay. Hang on. Best 3 out of 5. Okay. Whoop! That didn't flip. It's got to flip. That's my only rule. God damn it! Ugh. I got 4 spare hymns in a row on the coin. I am upset. Where's my coin? Dumb.
Why did you flip the coin that many times?
Well, the first time it said spare, and I was like, well, maybe it was just mistaken. Okay, so that time it says kill.
Yeah, but you've already had 4 spares.
That one says spare. That one says spare.
He's clearly not evil. The fates have spoken.
Gosh.
Stop trying to make it that way.
Okay. I can't rip out his soul anyways, so.
Why?
Well, because I don't have the spell.
Why?
Because I'm not a mage. I haven't bothered to go get it. I have a sword. I stab things.
Well, that works.
Like, the only spells I have are Dismay. Oh, that's a Thum. Okay, so Flames, Healing, and Hist Skin. And that's, like, it. Anyways, so, yeah. What am I doing? I'm going to...
You're going to do those 2 quests.
Yeah, which is in Winterhold.
I mean, he's evil. As long as he has me to make sure that he doesn't do ruthless, horrible dictatorship type things.
I am not evil.
When he takes over the world.
Is this it? Yep, this is it.
I'm sorry, could you describe the smell?
What am I looking for? Nelicar.
Inside out and then exploded. What did you do?
Do you know what
It was a minor miscalculation.
He looks like
I've
that.
already corrected it for future experiments.
This is why people have a problem with your college, Nelicar.
I don't deal with any college applicants these days, so don't bother asking.
Well, this shouldn't actually take long, especially since I'm cheating like crazy.
Okay.
My days at the college are long behind me, but I prefer to stay close by.
No, I don't. Like 10 minutes.
10 minutes, okay.
No.
That's what I was looking
Gods
for.
no, not for
Do I have time to sit down
I left
and get
Winterhold
started
for
on
some
anything?
time and returned to stay here at the inn.
Okay, why do you live at the inn, dude?
I still have research that keeps me busy.
To get a house.
And being here in
So I can kill him?
ensures I have access to former
4
colleagues.
does not equal evil.
I still have research that
4
keeps
does not
me
equal
busy,
evil. You of
and
all
being
people
here
should
in
know that.
Winterhold
Even
ensures
though
I have
you are
access to
evil.
former colleagues. I still have research that keeps me busy.
Okay,
and
what the
being
hell?
Here in Winterhold ensures I have access.
Why is this not updating? Hello?
If there's anything you need, just let me know.
Hey, dude. Get up.
Dagon and I have an understanding. He gives me
Why is he not giving me his
and I make
quest?
sure my experiments don't blow up his inn.
Okay. So the guide I was using for this actually lied to me, because the guide said I could just completely skip and go straight to him. Thankfully, I have all these things first, already mapped out. Doo-doo-doo. Hey, Azura. I'm telling you, we need to just wipe out all the Daedra. Can we do that? Is that a thing? Hey, you.
Azura has seen your coming, traveler. It was not curiosity, but fate that has led you here.
Whatever.
Azura has given me the gift of foresight. I had a vision of you walking up the steps to this altar, long before you were born. You have been chosen to be her champion. I know it is unexpected, but do not worry. It will all unfold as she has predicted.
Okay.
You must go to a fortress, endangered by water, yet untouched by it. Inside, you will find an elven mage who can turn the brightest star as black as night. It is cryptic, I know, but Azura's signs are never wrong. I believe the fortress may refer to Winterhold. Ask if they know this elven enchanter.
Like, maybe that'd be a good thing, Terra. Honestly.
Twilight, guide your path.
God, I want to kill her. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm in a hurry now. No, Grey Wolf, I've decided to stop streaming forever. Why would you ever serve Sheikoroth? He's the guy who might kill you, or worse, if you did what he told you to.
Go on in. We got warm food, warm drinks, warm beds.
Thanks.
I don't deal with any college applicants these days, so don't bother asking.
Yeah, I'm looking for an elven mage who studies stars.
Who sent you? Was it the college? The Jarl? We agreed there would be no more questions.
No, I was sent by Azura.
You're working with the Daedra? Right. Now tell me the one about the Argonian maid and the lusty baron.
Okay, look, will money shut you up?
A few coins for my soul. If only you understood the irony. What do you know about soul gems?
They're actually really horribly evil.
They are, except the gem is always consumed. They're frail, except for one. Azura's Star, a Daedric artifact that allows any number of souls to pass through it. Some of us wanted to find out how. I was working under Malin Varen then.
If only we knew what he was really planning.
It's at max, Zalok. In fact, it is so much at max, we're at the point now where the only way to turn up the volume even more would be just to do this. And that is usually so loud the game blows up people's speakers. This... I don't know what else I can do to make them talk louder.
Malin wanted to alter the star. He was dying, diseased. He thought he could store his own soul inside, become immortal. It drove him mad. Students started dying. Eventually, the college exiled him. He took a few loyal disciples to Ilinalta's deep and vanished. Look, I don't care who asked you to find the star, but don't take it back to Azora. The Daedra are evil. They're the reason Malin went insane.
I'm sorry. How would the Daedra drive him insane? The Daedra are good guys!
Azora is no ordinary Daedra. She commands an entire realm inside of Oblivion. The more Malin worked on the star, the more she was able to damn him. It started slowly at first. Malin would see things that weren't there. Then he would yell at students over words they hadn't said. Then one day I walked in and Malin had killed a student, and in a horrific moment of inspiration, he started using her soul for his work. All right, then.
Yes, I do, Blood Brother. In fact, it's up on the slot for a potential premiere run, assuming it gets funded. And right now... Oh, wait, no, it did get funded, right. It actually did get funded. Sorry, it got funded in like 10 minutes, because the moment I brought up that it was potential premiere run material, like, people just banded together to fund it. Where am I going?
Dawnguard.
Pointing right at it. Where the hell am I going? There it is. I see it. Ugh. Yeah, exactly. In universe, like if I was in Tamriel, I would never interact with the Daedra. If one approached me, I would turn around. Now, obviously as a player character, it's like, yeah, okay, whatever, let's do all the Daedra quests. Doesn't matter to us, right? But yeah, no, seriously, screw all that. The comparison was made, I believe, yesterday to the Greek pantheon, and I really do think that is a very apt comparison, because even the more nicer or polite or kind or decent members of the Greek pantheon, are you swooshing over there? Are still not good.
Unzip that.
Unzip. Why?
Does it take me off?
Okay, please don't do that.
I was trying it on. There's a dress on underneath it. Thank you.
You're good. Whoa! There's a dead person. Why?
Better freaking...
Oh, there it is. Found it.
What is that?
That is Azura's star. That's what I'm here to get. Oh, hey, he left his journal. Let's see here. Though some scoffed, some scorned at the very notion of experimenting on a Daedric artifact, I have succeeded where the ignorant and superstitious would dare not try. The Black Star, my achievement over the Daedric Lord Azura, a re-envisioning, a remastering of the ultimate soul gem, which is horribly evil, and this isn't me making it up.
He's already dead.
Soul gems are messed up. It shall become my vessel of immortality, final proof that mortals can live indefinitely as the denizens of oblivion. The visions, the voices that Azura sent to taunt me, while some called me mad, I knew the truth. Nothing can be held sacred in the pursuit of advancing the very nature of magic itself. Let the Daedra send their foul images to my mind. They have given me the burning desire, the unrelenting discipline to shut out all influence, all morality. My disciples and I have built a new site, free of the prying eyes of those primitive minds at Winterhold. I don't know how to pronounce that. We had been conducting a few minor experiments before our exile, some of which led to the disruption of the island, but a few enchantments kept the ruins intact. I think it's actually I-L.
That's an A. L-I-N-A-L-T-A.
No. I-L-I-N-A-L-T-A, I think. So it would be Ilinalta. God, there we go. Where was I? Whatever. Point being, oh, we're done. That is it. That's the end page. So he's, yeah, he, as you can see, it worked out very well for him. I'll take his money. There we go. So let's go ahead and talk about this really quickly.
So how are they all skeletonized and she's not?
She's a bandit. She came down here recently to try and, rob and plunder.
And picked up the star and died?
That does appear to be what happened. Either that or this is just a game in correction, and she should be a skeleton too. Take your pick. Because you can't loot a skeleton. Oh, wait, you can. Well, I have no idea.
You already looted the other skeletons.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Well, loot the rest of the skeletons.
Nope. No looting. I like teleporting better. Minizan asked me, are you really working on a teleporter? She did. Legit. Anywho. So we now have a choice. We can take the star back to Azura, who's basically Athena, or we can bring it back to the guy. What do you guys think we should do?
Who may or may not be evil.
Who may or may not be evil.
But probably definitely is stupid.
Yeah. She is definitively evil. I've given my opinion on Azura tons of times. She is an extremely manipulative, uncaring, callous individual. I am using some mods, but not many in Rage Gnome. I have a No Spiders mod, I have the cheat mod, and the unofficial patch, and that's it. I'm only running those 3. I'm trying to run Sky UI, but as I've said like 50 times so far, it's not working. See what the coin says. That is very floofy.
It's supposed to be. It's an underskirt.
The coin says, take it to the guy. Actually, I do need to check something really quick here. So let's see what happens when I take it to the guy really quick. I made a save, don't worry.
Let me know if you need anything. Take a seat by the fire and I'll send someone over.
Stendar's mercy. You found it. Azora's star.
Yep.
Maybe this is my chance to make things right. I can finish Malin's work, the way we had meant to before his madness.
Yeah.
It would mean cutting the star off from
I can
Azora.
finish his work before he
Only
went
Black
mad.
Souls would be able to enter it once we finished.
Totally nothing bad will happen to me.
Give me a minute to examine the star.
It'll be
I'll
fine.
see what we'll need to do. These fissures and cracks aren't encouraging.
The Creation Club.
Malin obviously was growing more desperate once he left the college.
I haven't been having any mod issues other than Sky UI not working in Rage Gnome.
He didn't. He actually managed to trap his own soul inside the star, but it's falling apart. It needs more and more souls to sustain itself. The star is being used to sustain Malin's soul. I can't fix it while that fragment of him is inside.
Well, why don't I just go inside and get him out?
Precisely. But it's not as simple as enchanting Malin away. He's put up barriers. Souls are only allowed in, not out.
Really?
If we were to somehow send a soul inside the star, one that was ready to overpower Malin from the inside...
I can do that. Let's do it.
A special type of soul trap, placing you inside the star without fully killing you. Once Malin has been dealt with, I'll bring you back.
Turns out I'm only
I
partially
understand
dead,
if you need
guys.
some time to prepare. Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay, stand very still. This
sting.
might sting.
We're only going to kill you. Forcibly extract your soul from your body and
First,
shove it
I'll
into
need
the
to
thing.
grab hold of your soul.
Now, the main reason I'm doing this quest is I want to show you guys what it looks like inside of a soul gem.
My disciples have
This is
sent
the
me a
first and
fresh
only
soul.
time we've seen the inside of a soul gem.
I was getting hungry.
And it looks kind of awesome, I think.
There's something different about you.
You cannot escape your fate, Malwyn.
And who are you to challenge me? I have conquered mortality itself. I've spat in the eyes of the Daedric Lords. This is my realm now. I've sacrificed too much to let you take it from me.
See? Very pretty.
Can you fall off?
Save. Nope, invisible walls. However, I did want to do this as well. So you can kind of see how they pull off the imagery of it. And
There's a lot of Malith.
yeah, I just kind of wanted to show off how wonky this whole design is. They do some good stuff with it, I think, though. Very clever. So I like it a lot. Now, let me go ahead and...
Which Malith?
There we go. Back into reality here. Let's see. Who else have we got here? Hello? Malwyn?
You're supposed to be going the other direction. See? There they are.
Thank you. Whoop, I missed. There we go. I like to think I just bonk them and they fall over. Bonk. I also like how he's got Daedra in here. I actually want to talk about that very briefly. So, as I've mentioned before, Daedra have individual sentience and sapience, so they're not actually bound to any given Daedric lore, even as crafted ones. Now, they might have an inclination towards serving a particular Daedric lore, but a Daedra can be made to serve another, or to have basically to declare their own independence. I mention this because it is debatable what one of the two things that happen here, because either he just summoned some Dremora the old-fashioned way and bound them here through conjuration, or thanks to his access with with Daedric magic itself, he was able to actually convince some Dremora to legitimately join his side and serve him. I like that option better, personally, but we don't know, because there's not really anything to indicate that. They're just here, and yay. They've got Daedric hearts, that's always good. I should probably grab one just in case I need one later. There we go. Squelchy, squelchy!
Malin's enchantments are broken. Hold on. I'm going to pull your soul out of there. Brace yourself.
This is also probably an insight into how Azure Star actually works.
Come on in. We got warm food, warm drinks.
Easy there. The numbness will pass. Just don't strain yourself.
The idea, and I've heard this theorized around, but it's always around the same general idea, is that Azure Star, yes I have, Jedi Mew, Azure Star is effectively not... Okay, so we know all Daedric artifacts are a function, like a piece of the power or essence or identity of the Daedric Lord themselves, right? And Azure Star is a soul gem that has infinite uses. The idea here is that it's not literally a soul gem, but instead it's more of a conduit to what is effectively a subplane, what is effectively a portion of her Daedric realm, or is just another Daedric realm that is hers. And thus, when you go into the soul, you literally go through that area, and then you get consumed in order to build the enchantment, that kind of a thing. I don't know if that's true or not. It's possible that's just literally what it looks like when you're inside a soul gem. Whichever one appeals to you best. I'll go ahead and give a debatable on that one.
Easy there. We've done it. The numbness will pass. The star has been cut off from Azora, yourself, and Malin's soul finally has some measure of peace, even if it is non-existence.
Now, we do know where the soul goes after it's consumed in the soul gem. We'll actually be going there later.
Now, you could use it for what we meant it for, using black souls for enchanting. The black star will never decay, but it can no longer hold the white souls of lesser creatures. You keep it. I'd sooner finally put this chapter of my life behind me. Congratulations. You've changed the fate of a Daedric artifact and lived.
Also, as much as I hate to say this, but from a purely gameplay perspective, the black star is just infinitely more useful than the white star.
Just say the word if you need
There's just too many even if you're playing a completely good playthrough, there's just too many bandits and marauders and vampires and all sorts of other people who would make black souls. And if you're actually going to do enchanting, that is by far the easiest way to get a hold of them, so. With that quest out of the way, next we're going to be doing one last quest. No, excuse me, two more city quests, as I like to think of them, before we start doing chains. But we're going to be doing that once I get back from lunch with my wonderful sister. So I do hope you've enjoyed thus far, and I'll see you guys in a bit.